Manchester United Football Club, the greatest comedy institution of our time. Manchester United post Sir Alex Ferguson is a social experiment to see how much pain a man can physically take. What it feels like to be a Manchester United fan. When I was growing up, Man United were the team you feared to face. The team that felt like they were the world's most prestigious. But 11 years post Sir Alex Ferguson, their reputation has been destroyed, with their famous loss to Chelsea last week as potentially the final nail in the coffin. This reputation needs rebuilding. Today, I'm taking control as Manchester United manager with the objective of replicating Sir Alex Ferguson's 38 trophies and getting the Red Devils back to the status of the world's best club. But time is definitely not on our sides. We need to hit the ground running if we want to build this dynasty and get the trophies. And to replicate Sir Alex's career, we need 2 European trophies, 13 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cups, 4 Carabao Cups, 2 European Super Cups, and because we aren't eligible for the Intercontinental Cup or the FIFA Club World Cup, I'm going to make it that we have to win 2 either Europa Leagues or Conference Leagues. Let's get cracking. First man out of the club was one of the worst performers in that Chelsea loss. We need a fresh start at the right back role. Diogo Dalot was so suspect. I'm just going to sell him, look for a new star at the right back role. He's off to Aston Villa. I mean, we're just absolutely cleaning out the defense here. Harry Maguire is off to Newcastle United, and we're going all in on a new star right back. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, just like many Englishmen, is making a move to the Bundesliga. And we've found our new right back. It might ruffle a few feathers, but we have beaten out Borussia Dortmund to sign ourselves Reece James from Chelsea. He's doing a Mason Mount. He saw Mason Mount make the move, and he wanted in on the action as well. I also plan on having Garnacho as the absolute superstar of this squad. Marcus Rashford is starting the left wing role, but I want to make sure he's getting game time here. So we're going to convert Garnacho to the right wing role, and we're going to throw Anthony on the transfer list. I'm going to loan him out to see if we can get some more growth out of him and then get a bigger profit down the line, actually. I mean, we do have a whole bunch of young players here out on loan. A big part of Sir Alex's reign at Man United was bringing youngsters into the club and turning them into superstars, and I want to keep that tradition alive. Personally, it would be really easy if we went out every transfer window, bought 4 or 5 of the world's best players with the budget Man United has, but I want to find real satisfaction out of this. I want to do it the hard way. Kobe Mainoo has been a revelation for Manchester United in real life, and he is a key part of what I want to do in my era at Manchester United. But from a career mode perspective, we're going to suffer if we have him in the starting 11 right now, so I'm going to go ahead and send him on loan to Brighton for the year. Amad Diallo is off to West Ham United on loan for the year, but our second signing as Manchester United boss is to bring in a new defensive midfielder, Manuel Ugarte, the Uruguayan defensive midfielder joining us from PSG. My dream scenario, like 4 or 5 years down the line, obviously Casemiro is only going to decrease from this point on. I want Mainoo and Ugarte to be a defensive midfield combination of dreams. I want to send Anthony off on loan, but I'm not sending him to Man City, although given how mediocre he's been in real life, that might be a benefit, but he's not even going to get game time there. So yeah, I'm not sending him to City. That's bold from them. We're going to make a signing here for a Turkish wonder kid. This is another signing that is hopefully going to benefit us 5, 6, 7 years down the line, but 17-year-old Can Uzan is joining us from Nuremberg, £3 million, center forward. I want to get him a loan move and also convert him to an attacking midfielder, potentially the replacement for Bruno Fernandes down the line. So it's only going to take 2 weeks to converting him to an attacking midfielder, so we'll get that done and then we'll send him off on loan. The loans continue though. Toby Collier off to Poland. The right back Ugane is off to Poland as well. Tyler Fredrickson's off to Poland as well. And just like that, Garnacho is a right winger. Didn't expect him to go up, but I want to turn Garnacho into one of the world's best players. Another loan move here though, Willy Kambwala breaking the streak of players going to Poland. He goes to Turkey. And we got a loan move for our young Turkish wonder kid Uzan off to Mallorca for the year. Stay off the piss, mate, and just focus on your footy, Uzan. Mallorca can be a trap for Englishmen. And we got Anthony his loan move. This is either going to be the redefining moment of his career, or it's just going to help us get a little bit of more money down the line. But 2 years at Newcastle United hopefully does him the world of good. But there it is, fellas. Our opening transfer window done with Manchester United. Let's see if we can get any of the trophies ticked off this year. But to be honest, the one I'm worried about, we basically have to win the Premier League every year if we want to complete this challenge. 4th in the Premier League this year. I mean, Manchester United would be digging for this in real life. They would love if this was their reality. reality, but we finished 4th. At least that means we're in the Champions League next year, but no first trophy off. Luton Town, Burnley, Sheffield, all going straight down. We do win our first FA Cup though. The first trophy in the Jared HD Mr. Rebuild era. Tick that one off, lads. No Carabao Cup though. Man City win that. Where did we make? We didn't even make it to the round of 16. What? We had an absolute stinker. Lost to Burnley. Of course we did. Champions League, we had 5 draws. 5 draws in the group stages. No European trophies this year. Rasmus Højlund, what a season. Our front three have all had insane years. Rasmus Højlund up to an 82, 23 goals. Rashford, 21 goals. Garnacho goes up +4 overall, 16 goals, 9 assists. I'm telling you, if we get dynamic player potential firing between Garnacho and Højlund, it is going to be a game over for everybody else. How did Anthony go? He only got 2 goals. He only went up 2 overall. That's all right, though. How about old mate Uzan? He goes up to a 71 again. It's going to be a slow burn and a slow build up for him. We've got a lot of players coming back next year. Mino up to a 73, which is nice. So many players coming back from loans next year, though. So a real big cleaning of house is going to be ahead. Saying goodbye to 2 of our older players though, Johnny Evans and Tom Heaton, both leaving the club for retirement. I'm just glad we got off the mark this year though, lads. 1 trophy down, 37 to go. I would like to let you guys know as well, Frankfurt had already agreed a price for Donny van de Beek after his loan spell, so he left without any of my doing, but it's all right. I hope he flourishes. We need a big year this year though, lads. We need to take that step and get ourselves a Premier League title. To be honest, a year without winning any silverware is a huge failure and it's going to put a huge dent into our goal. When I think of the Man United I grew up watching, I think of Nemanja Vidic and Rio Ferdinand as being just 2 of the best defenders in world football, having such a combination that made them unable to break down. I want to rebuild that here at Man United. I'm going to bring in Tomori and I'm hoping him and Martinez can be absolute dogs together. Looking to make some massive changes to the squad though. Luke Shaw, it's been a great run at Man United, but I want a superstar left back. Luke Shaw off to Tottenham. But get ready for more loans this year. Shola Shortire off to Turkey for the next year. And Charlie McNeil's off to Hull. There it is, lads. We get ourselves a superstar left back. You guys probably expected it. He's one of my favorite players. And it's not the fact that we signed Alphonso Davies. It's the fact that we signed him for the price we did. Less than 12 months remaining on his contract. We get Alphonso Davies on a cut price deal. 85 overall. And the Canadian is going to join us from Bayern Munich for £49.5 million, about £10 million under his current market value. Right back to the loan business though. Omari Forson is off to Saint Etienne for 2 years, and we pick up the young superstar striker. So many great strikers and stars have come through River Plate, but we're going to sign Augustin Roberto here for £3 million, 69 overall, 18 years of age. I'm excited to see what this kid could become. Not going to lie, lads, I'm a little bit sad about this one. I tried to renegotiate Varane's contract. I wanted to keep him around. I wanted him to be a rotational, experienced, older player to help train up Tomori and some of our younger players, but he didn't want that, so we're saying goodbye. Varane is off to Aston Villa. Another year, another loan move for Uzan, although he's back to Turkey for 2 years now. Same deal here with Mino, 2 years at Getafe. I'm hoping when he comes back, he can come in and replace Casemiro straight away. I was trying to hold out so we could get Sancho moved permanently back to Dortmund. I just feel like that was right for the overall storyline of his career, but Dortmund never came calling. Juventus did, so we're sending him to Turin. And in extremely controversial fashion, this would cause quite the controversy if it happened in real life. We've sent Roberto back to Argentina, but to Boca Juniors, River Plate's arch rival, on a 2-year loan. Mason Greenwood back from his loan move. We have sold him on a permanent transfer here to RB Leipzig. We have an opportunity here though for some early season silverware, the Community Shield. How many Community Shields did Sir Alex win when he was at Manchester United? He won 11 of them. Where was that written in when I was looking it up originally? I mean, it still says 38 trophies here. I guess they're just not counting the Community Shields. Oh wait, no, they definitely are. Yeah, he won all of those. The FA Charity / Community Shield. Well, I guess we have to win 11 of those then. This would be a great place to start. Can we win our first Community Shield? With Man United, no, we cannot. A huge year necessary on the field here, though. Need a Premier League title. We need to win like 3 trophies a year, to be honest. That's what I'm pushing for. Win the treble every year. And hopefully we actually manage to win a game in the Champions League this year. We're basically the new era Arsenal at this point. We just keep finishing fourth in our second season at Man United. In a year where I thought we were definitely going to be in the title race, we finished 27 points behind Man City. Granted, they've had an insane season, but that just shows how much work we still have to do to make Man United dominant. Man City win the FA Cup. Are we going to win any trophies this year? We've had a stinker in the FA Cup. Come on, Carabao. Aston Villa win that. Oh, we've actually had a stinker this year. At least there is still hope in the Champions League. We lose one game. We're into the round of 16. Who do we face? We beat... Wait, no, we lost. Wait. Oh my God. We lost to PSV in the round of 16 of the Champions League. That is embarrassing. That is actually so embarrassing. And Man City win that as well. We've won 0 trophies this year. This is not going to plan. At least one of our plans is going well. Højlund is turning into one of the world's best strikers. 86 overall, another year of +4 growth. Rashford with +3. Fernandes still growing. Garnacho up to an 84. Not the craziest stats from him, but it is still good to see that our offense is ticking over. Anthony's coming back next year. He's 82. I'll probably look to ship him off next year. Again, though, the young fellas forcing up to a 68. Uzun, first year at Fener, up to a 74. Augustin Roberto to a 72. So we're making good progress for the class of 2030. I'm going to have to start getting really cutthroat, though, cutting the fat next year and selling off some of our younger prospects who don't look like they're going to turn into superstars. We will be losing 2 players at the end of this year, though. Christian Eriksen heading back to Tottenham, which kind of feels right, and Victor Lindelof off to Fulham on a free. It's time for a new era of goalkeeper. Andre Onana, whilst he's one of the world's best, I want like a top 3 in the world goalkeeper for the next few years. 29 years of age, he wanted to leave, we wanted to sell him, mutually beneficial. He goes back to Inter Milan. Because as you're about to see, I'm trying to build 2 teams at once. I'm trying to build the team for this year, the team that can get us as many trophies as possible this year. I'm also trying to build a team for 10 years from now. I'm trying to build a future golden generation that will feature the likes of Garnacho, Højlund, and Mainu, who are already in here, along with the types of Uzan and the guys we have been bringing in. And honestly, I'm enjoying that. A lot of guys I'm going to look to get rid of this year. A lot are on their last opportunities. Diallo, not necessarily someone that falls into these categories, but it's starting to get to a crucial point of his career. Alvaro Fernandez, though, is gone. We get our new starting goalkeeper, ladies and gentlemen. 25-year-old Diogo Costa is the new man in between the sticks here. I want him to be here for the next 6 or 7 years as the main shot stopper. There's no reasons why he can't go down in the likes, in the Hall of Fame with the likes of Edwin van der Sar and David De Gea. Every year, though, you've probably already got the gist by now, but I'm trying to sign 2 to 3, maybe 4 players that I think could be a part of our team in 5, 10, 15 years from now. We've signed a new defender. It is the Dutchman, Dean Huijsen, joining us from Juve for £8 million. I'm genuinely making like 15 loan moves a year, I feel like, but Willy Kambwala off to Sheffield United. And another defender of the future. I'm pretty confident we're going to end up having the greatest team in career mode history, but we're signing another Dutchman. It is Jorel Hato here joining us from Borussia Dortmund. Will Fish, probably on his last chance off to PSV. And this one just makes sense. He spent the last 2 years there on loan, and Anthony looking to revive his career off to Newcastle United on a permanent transfer. Reece Bennett also on his last chance. I wouldn't say Palestri's there right now, but we're going to send him on another loan. I feel like his whole career is just going to be spent out on loan. This kid interests me. Maximilian Oyodele. He's off on loan, but he could be a sneaky wonder kid for us. Hannibal Mabry. They have so many, making this video has made me realize how many young players Man United truly have. And Daniel Gore off to Coventry City. No surprise to see we got a loan move Huijsen very quickly. He's going to spend in the next 2 years at Brighton. Man City are getting so bold in this video. I'm going to block offers for Højlund. That would be crazy if I sold him, especially to Man City. And there it is. We finally get a loan move for Jorel Hato as well. He's going to spend the next 2 years at Bilbao. I'm annoyed though, fellas. I'm trying to cut some of the dead weight, but every time we accept the offers, they just break down. Maybe it's because they're wages, but still so annoying. We might just have to let some of these guys just walk on free. trophies. And of course, as soon as I say that, we go and get successfully Charlie McNeil's departure over the line. He's off to Al-Shabaab permanently. But this is how our starting 11 is looking here in Season 3. You can see just how many players we have off on loan, given how shallow our squad depth numbers really are. But we need the starting 11 to absolutely crush it for us this season. We need to start getting trophies. Only one FA Cup for our entire reign at Man United. We need to start showing that we are the next Sir Alex Ferguson. We need to make Manchester United great again. Come on, fellas. Oh, I'm so relieved about this. I was starting to worry whether it would ever happen, but our first Premier League title as Manchester United manager has been ticked off. Only 12 more to go until we tie Sir Alex. God, we are in stride. Scrolling down, who got Spurs just keep going further and further down every season, I feel like. Man City beat Peterborough in the FA Cup final. We lost to Peterborough in the FA Cup semi-final. That is ridiculous. Oh, we're not looking good for Carabao Cups either, are we? Luckily, we only need a couple of those, so we don't need to stress on it too much. But again, Man City take us out there. We were in a group with Barcelona in the Champions League. We come second there. Round of 16, we beat Bilbao 3-1. Quarterfinals, we beat Barcelona into the Champions League semi-finals, and we lost to Real Madrid on penalties. That was our best chance so far of getting one of 2 Champions League titles. And Napoli did go on to win the Champions League, which is hilarious. Rasmus Højlund, he could genuinely win a Ballon d'Or next year. I need to check in on that because Rasmus Højlund bags 34 goals. He's 90 overall at age 23. Rashford having a renaissance. Fernandes, I was debating whether we needed to replace him, but he is continuing to absolutely crush it. Roberto is getting up there as well. He comes back next year. He's 75. Uzan 76. So the lads are really starting to grow here. Our next generation are starting to show their teeth. Manu, what's Casemiro right now? Casemiro is 83. I'm going to do it next year. Next year, Manu's coming into the starting 11. Our first Premier League title as Manchester United gaffer. We're at the crossroads of the generations, it feels like. Let's push on and continue the transition smoothly and get more trophies. I had to get in there straight away and sign this guy, Morgan Haynes. I wanted to show the process of me signing him after delegating, but I saw Fiorentina going in for him as well. This kid looks like the prospect of a generation. A free agent, 17 years of age, already 77 overall. We had to get him in. I'm immediately putting him on the loan list. This kid, he could be anything. Super happy though, we were able to negotiate a new contract with Casemiro with the squad role of rotation. I'm really happy with that. That means I was also able to get a new contract with him, where I changed it to important. I'm glad Casemiro was happy with the role, unlike the Rafael Varane situation. Casemiro knows he's aging. He knows that his best role in the squad is to serve as mentor. The Polish defensive midfielder though, Jodele, he's making good progress. We're going to send him out on another loan though and hope that he can take that next step. Our biggest player departure though in a minute, it is Scott McTominay leaving the club here. I don't want anybody to get in the way of Manu getting the starting role here. I want Manu getting all of the game time. We've got enough back up there, so we're going to let Scott McTominay get some game time up north. But to be honest, I don't think we need to make many huge changes to the starting 11 this year. So I'm really focusing, as we saw with the right back role, getting young players in to continue our development towards that next generation. Newton is signing on here as a young Brazilian winger. 17.9 million pounds from Shakhtar Donetsk. I'm going straight in there, and I'm throwing him on the loan list as well. I'm hoping our managerial career here at United is for the trophies we win, but right now it's for the loans we've made. We're trying to break records with the amount of loans. Probably a last chance, honestly, here as well for Amari Forson. 2 years on loan at Braga for him. Morgan Haynes gets a 2-year loan move to Lazio. Reece Bennett is leaving on a permanent transfer. Willy Kamwala's off to Fenerbahce for 2 years. And the absolute stud, Roberto, he's off on loan again. A year in France, why not? Another player that I had hopes of being a future superstar for us in this save, but Shola Shortire is leaving to Coventry City for £1.85 million. I am a little concerned though that he now has the status of has that something special. I can always go back in and buy him though if he becomes a superstar at Coventry. And there we go. We get a loan move for Newton. It did us well sending Manu to Brighton. I'm hoping the same shine comes off on Newton. But it's Community Shield time, lads. We need to win this. We've got to win 11 of these throughout the video. It would really help to tick one off here and start the season on the right foot, which we do not. Man City win it in the 84th minute. Oh, we are. Sir Alex is laughing at us right now. It only took us 3 years, but we finally converted Can Uzan into a center attacking midfielder. And we're going to loan him off to Brighton, which is probably a really good thing because him and Newton will hopefully get the opportunity to build a bit of a combination together. Like I said though, fellas, I'm really happy with how the starting 11 is looking. The big thing is making sure Mainu can get some growth and doesn't really affect, like him being low rated doesn't affect us. Hopefully it doesn't because he is the man of the future, but I'm hoping we're not sacrificing the present chances of winning trophies in the hopes of winning trophies in the future. Again though, the bench is so strong, the starting 11 is so strong. Let's go get ourselves back-to-back Premier League titles, please. Back-to-back in the Premier League, and we have done it in fine fashion, lads. We are back to the Man United of old. 3 losses all year, 7 points away from Centurions, 12 points clear of Arsenal. That is domination, and that's our second Premier League trophy. Liverpool win the FA Cup. Bristol Rovers make it. How did Bristol Rovers make it to the semi-final, yet we can't make it past the what? Oh my, we suck. We lost to Huddersfield, but we win our first Carabao Cup. Come on, fellas, that's a quarter of the way there. 1 down, 3 to go in that tournament. It would be really nice if we could tick off some Champions Leagues early on here though. We get top of our group, round of 16. We go down to last year's champions, Napoli, who are trying to go back to back. Napoli are not because they lost to Borussia Dortmund, and Real Madrid went on to win the Champions League. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind one year if we fell out in the group stages but qualified for the preliminary rounds of one of these Europa, like the Europa League or the Conference League, because we still have to win 2 of those tournaments. If we get to the end and that's all we have to do left, we might have to throw some games. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to publicly announce that I have feelings for a young Dane. His name, Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund is 93 overall, 34 goals. Oh, I forgot to check if he won the Ballon d'Or. I mean, we would have got the cutscene anyways. Rasmus Højlund is definitely going to be in the picture next year. Bruno's still getting it done. Rashford, decent season. Reece James, 26 goal contributions. Garnacho, though, missed the back end of the season through injury, which is really sad to see. Mainu goes up to an 83. Look at the development there. 83. We were worried that he would be a liability. He's turned into a stud. Uzon up to a 77. Newton up to a 78. I mean, this next generation is slowly getting there, but we need more. Roberto is probably the best of the lot. We are going to be saying goodbye to a couple of players here, though. Players that I have been trying to sell, but I haven't been able to get deals across the line for, so we're just going to let them walk on freeze. Radek Vitek, Tyler Fredrickson, and Toby Collier all leaving the club. Everything's been going so smooth up until this point. Marcus Rashford has requested a transfer. One of our star players, 91 overall, wants out of the club. It's not what we want, but I do not want disharmony in this squad. I only want trophies and good vibes. Again, though, there is not a chance in the world I'm selling him to Liverpool. I would rather us go down than me sell Marcus Rashford to Liverpool. Burnley have come in. Burnley have come in for Marcus Rashford. I know I could get an extra £55 million. I don't know if Burnley have the $55 million to spend. And to be fair, we already have $500,000 in our transfer budget, so we don't need that. Let's send Marcus Rashford to Burnley. You want to leave, mate? You want to leave so badly? All right, we'll send your to Turf Moor. And while we wait to hear back about Rashford, we're going to send Can Uzan on another loan move this year to Atalanta. Still waiting to hear about Rashford, but Diallo's off on another loan to Leicester. Oh, it was rejected. I mean, I guess he's on £480,000 a week. Oh my God. No wonder they couldn't agree. All right, Wolves have come in for him. Honestly, I wouldn't mind selling him to Wolves. I might have to go adjust his contract though. But as our defense starts to get older, Tomori and Martinez, we need to seriously think about speeding up the process of Hato and Heeson. So we're going to send Dean Heeson. He's going to stay in the Premier League, but he's going to Sheffield United, start to get Premier League experience. And there it is, lads. Marcus Rashford Rashford, no longer a Manchester United player. I did not have this on my bingo card, but it's happened nonetheless. He's taken a pay cut. He goes to the Molineux, and we now need to get a superstar replacement in. While we wait to get our new left winger, we're going to get some young players in. Always thinking about the future. Like I said, building two teams at the same time. A new goalkeeper here in Josip Kovacevic as a third string backup, and a left back as well, the Albanian Beki Lala. I don't know who either of these guys they are regens of, or whether they're pre-gens, but they look like really good talents. Player departure here now though. Someone we've given up on trying to build up, Joe Hugel, trying to revive his career at Southampton. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There was only one man I wanted to bring in when we sold Rashford, and he is one of the best players already in world football, but at this stage of the career mode, probably the best player in the world. Vinicius heard about the mission we were trying to undergo here at Man United. He wanted to be a part of it. He wanted to make Manchester United great again and also get paid swimmingly in the process. This might be a club record transfer, £212 million. Another player that we're no longer interested in loaning out. We're selling him off. It is Habib Agane off to Start Bucharest. This right here is the easiest block offer of my career. Mainu, the world's starting to catch up and understand that he is a gem. Josip Kovacevic is off to Palace for 2 years, and Lala's heading to Forest. Just need to get a loan here for Roberto, and then we'll be good to go for the year. I said Roberto, not Bayinder. Is it going to be third time the charm? We've got Liverpool in the Community Shield. Come on, we need to win one of these. Palestri is in, whilst Garnacho still recovers from injury. Come on, United. Come on, come off it, mate. Oh my God, it looks like we got the wrong Brazilian winger. Rodrigo wins it for Liverpool. So no offers for Roberto. So it looks like he's going to be playing backup striker this year, which could be a blessing in disguise. But come on, lads, look at this team. This team is ridiculous. Our whole back four are all into the 90s. Costa's about to get there. Ugarte's about to get there. Basically, our whole offense are in the 90s. If Garnacho didn't get that ACL injury, I'm pretty confident he would be there as well. We're on a roll now. The next generation is developing, but we need to start getting trebles next to our name if we're any chance of getting the record. Is our man Højlund nominated? Yes, he is, and so is Vinicius, and so is Marcus Rashford. I mean, we can't claim Vinicius if he ends up winning because he wasn't on our team last year, but if Marcus Rashford wins a Ballon d'Or at Wolves, we surely claim that considering he played with us last year. Højlund is nominated though, and he's my money favorite to win the whole thing. Is he going to win it? We're going, but that could be any of our players. Who's it going to be? One of our players is going to win it. The Ballon d'Or this year, it's going to be Vinicius. Vinicius is wearing the golden suit, so we really can't claim that. Justice for my boy Højlund though. What the hell happened in the Premier League? Ninth position. What? So we're not even, at least if we were going to finish outside of the top four, I wanted us to get into like a Europa or Conference League spot so we could try ticking those off. We have absolutely stunk it up this year. Here's to hoping we won an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. Man City win the FA Cup. This is not looking good at all, fellas. We lost again to Man City. Oh my God. But we won the Carabao Cup. All right. Worst case scenario, we have got some sort of European football next year, and it might be a blessing in disguise, but we tick off what, our second Carabao Cup? So we're 50% there. Champions League might be on, fellas. Undefeated, no draws, no losses in the group stages, which is great. We beat RB Leipzig in the round of 16. Quarterfinals, we beat Barca. So that's a step past where we went last year. We beat Barca 5-2. Semi-finals, we beat Dortmund 6-2. We're in a Champions League final against PSG, which we win. We've won a Champions League title, the first Champions League title here in our era at United, which also means we're going to be in the Super Cup next year, and we're in the Champions League again next year. We truly did sacrifice domestic football for a Champions League title. I think we're going to see these guys sitting next to each other at the Ballon d'Or ceremony again next year. Vinicius, 47 goal contributions. Højlund, 33 goals is insane. Garnacho there, 17 goal contributions, 25 for Fernandez, but we might not now need to start thinking about upgrading at attacking mid because he is rapidly starting to decrease. Not gonna lie, Morgan Haynes isn't growing nearly as much as I expected. He's still on good track. 79 overall at 19 years of age is still a really good spot, but I thought he would be for sure into the 80s by now. And we honestly might need to look at a new, Hato has had a great year he's coming along nicely, but Huijsen, maybe we need to start thinking about some other center backs. How are I mean, they're both in the 91s, but they're also 30 years of age now, so they could drop rapidly. Regardless, it is really nice to have our first Champions League title here at Manchester United. With Casemiro rapidly decreasing, we are starting to have to think about our next succession plan in the defensive midfield role. And we've found an absolute gem of a free agent regen here. 17-year-old Pedro Castillo. He's 75 rated, 17-year-old Spaniard. I'm hoping he can be the man for the future. Pretty sad though, because we also missed out on this Albert Marshall guy. I mean, I could go in for him and try signing him on a permanent, but he's at Lecce at the moment. And we are actively trying to send Morgan Haynes off on loan. I figured we needed a decent, experienced right back here to come into the side and provide backup if anything happened to Reece James. We're signing the American, Serginho Dest, 83 overall. He's a perfect backup. Ribeiro's making really good progress, but I just want to keep loaning him out season after season. He's going to be heading to Bayer Leverkusen for the next year. Officially parting ways with Omari Forson. This kid could be an absolute gem in real life, but in this stage of the career mode, in this stage of our managerial reign, it's best for us to part ways. No surprise to see clubs coming in quickly trying to get Castillo on loan. We're going to send him to Wolves for the year though. Fakir Lala's off to Bournemouth for 2 years. This is a massive year though for Dean Huijsen. We need some solid growth from him. He's heading off to Sociedad for the year. Huge year for Can Uzan as well. He's 80 rated, 22 years of age. If he has a really good year here on loan, he could potentially come in and take the attacking midfield role next year. He's staying in the Premier League as well though, which is going to be invaluable experience. And Morgan Haynes is going to be partnering up with Huijsen, which again is going to be invaluable experience. They are the potential future of our backline. We desperately need to win the UEFA Super Cup this year though. I don't know how many opportunities we're going to get to compete for this trophy. Can this be the first of 2 hopeful Super Cups against Man City? It is going to be Garnacho winning us the UEFA Super Cup in extra time. It's probably the least prestigious, I guess, of the ones we have to win, but it is huge to get it ticked off. Well, one of them ticked off at least. Here's to hoping that is setting the tone for the season. This starting 11 is genuinely insane though. You cannot tell me that this team doesn't compete for every trophy in world football this year. Our lowest rated player is 88 rated, for Christ's sake. And with Casemiro retiring at the end of the season, I'm hoping we can send him out as a champion. And 2 of our boys are nominated again for the 2nd straight year. It's Vinicius and Rasmus Højlund. Will Højlund win it, or will Vinicius go back to back and win a Ballon d'Or again? Come on fellas, give us the cutscene. We get the cutscene. Who's it gonna be though? Who's wearing the golden suit this year? I want it to be Højlund, kind of. It is gonna be Højlund. Rasmus Højlund is gonna win the Ballon d'Or. Man, we are absolutely dominating world football individually and as a team. But just when everything was going brilliantly, we've had a massive, massive L. Bruno Fernandes has walked to Liverpool on a free transfer. I tried to renew his contract. He didn't want a bar of it. And not only has he left the club on a free, but he's gone to our arch nemesis Liverpool. That is brutal. Bruno Fernandes, you've just undone all of the rights you did at Old Trafford. And I don't think Can Uzan is ready to come back from his loan and take that starting attacking midfield role. So for the time being, Mason Mount isn't happy with the amount of game time he's been getting. I'm going to give him the starting role for the back end of this season. And our new captain is going to be Kobe Mainu. Back to our winning ways in the Premier League. I don't know what happened last year, but we have won the Premier League, 18 points clear at the top ahead of Spurs. We are back to good business. That's our 2nd trophy for the year and our 3rd Premier League title overall. No! Oh, we lost to Man City in the FA Cup final on penalties. And Chelsea won the Carabao Cup. Of course, we won the UEFA Super Cup, but can we go back to back? Undefeated in the group stages. Round of 16, we beat Borussia Dortmund. Good. Quarterfinals, we beat Inter Milan. So we're back to the semis. We beat Benfica, and we're versing Man City in the final again. Can we go back to back as Champions League winners? Yes, we can. Our 2nd Champions League title. Come on, lads. Tick that one off. And honestly, I kind of hope we get grouped next year so we can start having a go at the Europa League and the Conference League. I think it's going to be Rasmus Højlund and Vinicius in the battle for the Ballon d'Or for the 3rd successive year. Going to have 2 players retiring that have been here since day one though. Anthony Martial is hanging up the boots, And Casemiro, what a career he has had. He's going to be retiring. We're going to have some big holes to fill next year. Huge loan spell, though, for Roberto. Maybe I might have to think about playing a 2 up top formation for the strikers. I'm planning on going absolutely insane with the transfers this year. First one, though, it's the smallest of them all. It's a young striker prospect here. Mauro Fontaine could be like the regen of Romelu Lukaku, but he's going to be joining us here on a free transfer. Mainu and Ugarte are my guys for the starting defensive midfield roles, but it won't hurt us to have an absolute stud as a backup defensive midfielder. Matteo Prati is going to be joining us here from West Ham United for £50 million. And the biggest of them all has come through. Can Uzan was the guy that I hoped would be the attacking midfielder for the future, but he's not quite ready right now. So instead, we're turning to another attacking midfielder from Turkey. 88 rated Arda Güler here is going to be joining us from Inter Milan. I cannot wait to see what this dude does for us at the attacking midfielder role. Willy Kambwala is departing the club, though, off to Luton Town on a permanent transfer. Can Uzan might never play a game for us. I just continually keep loaning him out. We're going to push back his timeline and send him on a 2-year loan spell to Nice. Morgan Haynes is off to Dortmund for 2 years, and our push towards Castillo being the man of the future continues. He's going to spend 2 years at Crystal Palace. I was hopeful that he could become a stud, but it's not going to work out here. We're going to permanently say goodbye to Maximilian Oyedele, who is off to Watford. And Fontaine's going to spend 2 years at Salernitana. Again, I'm hoping these young guys can really take that next step in the next 2 or 3 years. Community Shield time. We're yet to win the Community Shield. It is the only trophy we're yet to win one of here. We're at Wembley, of course, against Man City. Who else would it be against? Can we get our first Community Shield? No, we can't. Oh my God, are we ever going to win it? Bakayoko has just absolutely destroyed us there. My God. It's 4 days later. Can we win the UEFA Super Cup against Athletic Bilbao? Come on, fellas. Do not set the season like this. What is going on? Oh my, we could have got our final UEFA Super Cup, but we've lost in extra time to Bilbao. That's not a good omen for the season. We might have gotten off to a bad start there with those 2 games, but I'm still hopeful about what we have this season. Another Premier League title would be awesome. Honestly, I would love for us to drop out in the group stages, like I said, and get into the Europa League or the Conference League, get some cups, continue this run. Our 4th Premier League title. We are on a roll. This is why we put so much groundwork in the first few seasons. We did a million transfers, and now we only have to tweak the side a little bit every single year, and we will dominate like this. We win our 4th Premier League title with Manchester United. Finally, it's been a while, but we get our 2nd FA Cup, our 3rd Carabao Cup, so we're now only 1 Carabao Cup away from being done with that tournament, and that also means we've done the treble. Can we win a European trophy and do the quad? Oh my, of course. I mean, I shouldn't be mad about this. I should almost be counting Champions Leagues. Like, Champions League hold more weights than the Conference League and the Europa League, but we top the group, so we are into the round of 16. No Europa League this year. In the round of 16, we beat Copenhagen. Can we make it 3 Champions Leagues in a row? We beat Spurs in the quarters, Barcelona in the semis. We're versing AC Milan to win the quad and our 3rd Champions League title in a row. And we do it. We are surely in the conversation now for one of the greatest managers of all time. And that also means we're going to get the Super Cup again next season. Yes. Rasmus Højlund, genuinely a freak. Vinicius, still growing, genuinely a freak. How's Reece James up to 94 overall now? And then Tomori and Martinez, I was thinking we were going to have to replace them at this point. As long as they're in the 90s, I'm not replacing them at all. We are going to have to get ourselves a backup goalkeeper next year, though. Altay Bayinda is leaving on a free contract at the end of this season. And I don't think Josip Kovacevic is the answer either long-term at goalkeeper, because he's barely growing anymore. We got off to a slow start, but 7 years in here, we are absolutely humming. Continuing trying to get prospects in here, though, all across the field. We find this young fella, Phil Bender, which is just a wild name, but we're going to sign him from Chelsea here, showing great potential. Young German attacking midfielder. Going to put him straight up on the loan list. But Mason Mount has wanted to leave the club for almost half a decade now, so we're going to fulfill that wish. Mason Mount off to Leicester City. He was taking a lot of game time from Gula, so I'm not really a fan of that either. And whilst we signed Bender in the hopes of sending him out on loan, I've signed Benjamin Kramashi here, the American, playing it into Miami in real life from Brentford in this save as our backup attacking midfielder for the now. We've also found ourselves a backup goalkeeper who could be a starter. 20-year-old German goalkeeper Kylian Frank from Crystal Palace. We pay £56.5 million for him. He's only 20 years of age. He's probably Manuel Neuer's regen. He could come in and replace Costa in the next few years. And there it is. Phil Bender gets his loan move. Enjoy your year in Florence, my man. Will this finally be the year we win a Community Shield? Come on, fellas. Come on. Will this be the year? We're at Wembley Stadium. It's always Man City. Man City are inevitable, and we finally do it. Højlund scores a brace, and we win our first Community Shield as Man United manager. It's an image I never thought I'd see. Højlund and Lisandro Martinez are suspended though for our UEFA Super Cup against Inter Milan. So Roberto and Haito are into the starting 11. Can we get our second Super Cup and complete that off the checklist? Come on, lads. Come on, lads. Yes, we do. Garnacho does it. We win our second UEFA Super Cup, and that's already our second trophy of the year. We're genuinely setting ourselves up for one of the greatest seasons in football history. There is no reason why we can't win every trophy this season, and every season onwards, to be totally honest. But lads, if you are enjoying this chaotic video, make sure you subscribe down below if you aren't already. This is our league. This is our league. That's our 5th Premier League title. Sir Alex, we are coming for your records. I want to start thinking about an Invincible or a Centurion season. We have got the Premier League on lock. That needs to be the next goal. We add another FA Cup trophy to our cabinet and our reputation. So with the Super Cup and the Community Shield already locked up, that means we've already done the quad this year. And we won the Carabao Cup as well. We've won 5 trophies. Can we win a European title and make it 6 trophies? Oh my God. We finished behind Bayern Munich in the group stages this year, but we are still into the Champions League knockout rounds. Round of 16, we beat Monaco 3-2. Quarterfinals, we beat Chelsea 3-1. Are we going to be heading? Yes, we are. We beat Man City, and we're versing the side that finished above us in the group stages, Bayern Munich. Are we going to win our 4th Champions League title in a row? No, we are not. Oh my, Bayern Munich have stopped us from the greatest season in football history. Rasmus Højlund has bagged 51 goals this year. Vinicius bags himself 51 total goal contributions. This is unbelievable. Diallo getting the start over Garnacho for a huge part of the season and bagging himself a boatload of goals. Gula with a huge second year. This team is ridiculous, man. We're aging, but we are ridiculous. That is worrying, though. Martinez and Tomori slowly starting to go down. Still ridiculously high rated, but maybe in the next 2 or 3 years, we're going to have to say goodbye. We're running it back here in Season 9 with the same crew. Nobody leaves, nobody comes. Only players that come back are the guys from loan. Uzan's now into the bench. I mean, look at the reserves. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. I should be locked up and the key should be thrown away for what I've done to world football. This is crazy, man. I was nervous at the start that we were going to have no chance of breaking Sir Alex's record. We might be in with a shot now. We have won a 6th Premier League title here. 6 Premier League titles in 9 seasons. That is mental. Also, Nottingham Forest 5th. Fair play. Scrolling down the table, Liverpool finishing 9th, but nobody huge. Nobody huge has really been getting relegated at all. We did unfortunately get back to losing ways though in the Community Shield. That one Community Shield win was just a fluke, eh? I would also love if we could verse anybody but Man City in the Community Shield, but we're not going to win the FA Cup either. Aston Villa winning that one. It is our 4th Carabao Cup though, ladies and gentlemen, which means we have matched Sir Alex. He won 4 League Cups during his time at United, and we've just won our 4th. Of course, no UEFA Super Cup for us this year, but will we get back to winning ways in the Champions League? We go undefeated in the group. Round of 16, we beat Bayern Munich. We get our revenge from last year. Quarterfinals, we smash Chelsea on aggregate. We're heading back to the Champions League final. We've been in it just about every year, but can we win it this year against PSG? Yes, we do. Back to winning ways in the Champions League. And that is our 4th Champions League title, which, I mean, given we had the goal of winning 2 Champions Leagues and 2 Europa Leagues / Conference Leagues, technically we've won 4 European trophies, which means we've kind of done better than Sir Alex there. Little update for you guys though. Our progress, we need 7 more Premier League titles to equal Sir Alex, 2 more FA Cups, no more Champions Leagues or Carabao Cups, no more Super Cups, and 10 more Community Shields. Watch us do everything but the Community Shields. Rasmus Højlund, 45 goals, 6 assists. Gula getting 35 goal contribution. Vinicius is 97 overall, but I don't expect him to get nominated for a Ballon d'Or anytime soon because 23 total goal contributions isn't it, and we have a firm decision to make next year. Diallo and Garnacho have been battling it out for that right wing spot. Diallo does better on the pitch, although they basically do the same with the assists factored in there. But we are going to be saying goodbye to 2 players here. Going to have to work on the squad depth a little bit next season. Fish and Hannibal Mabry are walking on freeze. And with Tomori and Martinez continuing to drop here, I think next year might be the year that we need to get the 2 more of the world's best defenders. But honestly, this video and this challenge, it's going better than I expected. There's just something about us and Dutch centre backs. We have found an absolute gem. I'm not going to lie, there wasn't that many great players in terms of centre backs that were 27 and under available in world football, but we're going to sign one of the absolute gems. Bram Janssen, 89 overall at just 21 years of age, is cooked. That's Matthias de Ligt type areas. It might even be de Ligt's regen, or probably Virgil van Dijk's if I'm being honest, but we've signed him from Juve for £120 million. And honestly, while Janssen is directly into the starting 11, we're also going to sign Aaron Schneider here from Wolfsburg, 25 years of age, 85 overall, as another backup option. Him and Hato can battle it out. But that is going to spell the end of our relationship here with Tomori. He wanted out of the club. I was debating between him or Martinez. Then when he put in the transfer request, it was a no-brainer. He's been an absolute stalwart for us, but at age 34, we're sending him to Aston Villa and getting ready for the new generation. And of course, we're going to be versing Aston Villa in the Community Shield. It's nice for it to not be Man City, but the fact we just sold Tomori there is going to hurt. Watch him just step up and score off a corner against us. Okay, we win. Perfect, we win. Rogers gets a red card. Højlund is going to score alongside Garnacho, and we're going to win. This is weird to say, but just our second Community Shield. I want an invincible season so bad this year, lads. I want it so badly. We've got 96 rated players all across the board. Our team is absolutely stacked. I want an undefeated season. Let's go invincible. Let's get Centurions. Let's win every trophy in the world. Okay, we've got some players nominated this year. How the hell is Garnacho nominated? That is so surprising to see Alejandro Garnacho nominated, but it is all Manchester for the 2032 Ballon d'Or. If I was a betting man though, I'd be putting my money on Højlund. I'm assuming we're almost guaranteed to see the cutscene here. Yes, we are. All right, who's it going to be? I'm going to say Højlund is going to continue his domination here at the Ballon d'Or. David Beckham. It's going to be Højlund. Beckham is a perfect man to be announcing an all Manchester United side, an all Manchester United nominee list, and Højlund is going to win his 10 trillionth Ballon d'Or. Our 7th Premier League title, 4 losses all season. Again, the draws. It's not an invincible season. It's not a Centurion season, but it is still another Premier League season where we finish 13 points clear. Come on, man. That's too easy. Aston Villa got relegated. The team, oh my God, Liverpool got relegated as well. How did I not notice that? I'm more like, yeah, Villa got relegated after getting Tomori into the side. Liverpool got relegated dead last. Who the hell do they have in their team? The Liverpool roster is pretty mediocre. They've got okay, I might have to shortlist some of these guys. I'm definitely shortlisting this dude. Some of their players are crap, but a lot of their side is good. This team, they've got 91 rated Rodrigo. How have they got relegated there? Probably because they don't have a single goalkeeper, which is actually hilarious. I mean, their attack is insane. How many goals are they conceding? So for reference, we scored 91 goals and conceded 38. Meanwhile, Liverpool scored 55 goals, but conceded 79. They scored as many goals as they could have finished 8th in terms of goals scored, but 79 conceded is actually hilarious. I'm tempted to be a complete asshole and just buy every goalkeeper Liverpool try to sign now just to see how far we can send them down. But of course, we won the Community Shield at the start of the season and we lost the FA Cup. Again, only 3 FA Cups next to our name. We need to tick that one off. We do add another Carabao Cup though to the trophy cabinet. And with that, we officially have more Carabao Cups than Sir Alex Ferguson. We also pick up our 3rd UEFA Super Cup. But can we pick up our 5th Champions League? We topped the group. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. No losses. Round of 16, we beat Genk. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Quarterfinals. We lose to Leverkusen. Wow, okay. No Champions League title this year. We have absolutely bottled it. We were 2-0 up and we lost 4-1 in the second leg. Barcelona did go on to win the Champions League. Højlund with 49 goals again this season. He's a freak. He's 30 years of age now though, so maybe we're going to have to start thinking about new strikers in the future. We are going to be saying goodbye though to Lisandro Martinez, 88 rated, 35 years of age. He's been an absolute gem for us, but it's time to continue building out the new era. And with a lot of our squad into their 30s, we might be on a drastic decline here soon. We need to start keeping an eye on this. I mean, so far, they're not going down too much, a lot of the players. Vinicius down to 95. It's good though because they're just so high rated, but we might have to start making some moves again. So we're here on transfer deadline day. I'm not planning on signing a new center back this year because I want to give Yorel Hato the starting center back role alongside Janssen. I mean, he's done his apprenticeship. He's been patient. He hasn't complained once. I think it's time for us to give him at least a season at the center back role, but I want it to be a petty. It's what I do best. So I've come to the Liverpool side here, and I was going to sign any goalkeeper they bought, but Liverpool still haven't bought a goalkeeper. I'm going to be checking to make sure they don't sign a goalkeeper in any other stage of the season, but just to be an absolute asshole, it benefits us. I'm going to go in here and try signing Emmanuel Machado. I'm pretty certain that he's Bruno Fernandes's regen, so I think we have a claim to him. Let's give the money here to Liverpool. I don't know how much to pay, but money's not really a problem for us in this save when we're only going to make one signing as well. Perfect. We'll go in there, 210 mil. Judging by the position they find themselves in, Liverpool aren't going to spend that money too wisely. And there it is, fellas. We get it over the line. Emmanuel Machado is moving here from Liverpool. He genuinely might be the world's best backup attacking midfielder, but yeah, this team is absolutely crook, lads. Absolutely crook. To be fair though, I probably need to stop signing attacking midfielders because we've gone a little bit overboard with them. We're edging closer and closer to the invincible and the Centurion season. Just 3 losses this year, but again, I'm not even surprised at the fact that the Premier League title is coming our way. That is our 8th Premier League title. Come on, man. We're only 5 away now from Sir Alex. Although, to be fair, we might have to retire. The game might put us into retirement before we can get there. But Sir Alex had, 28 years at United, so we're definitely on par to be better than him at the moment. Anyone crazy get relegated this year? No. We do add our 2nd Community Shield to the trophy cabinet. Finally beat Man City. Sorry, our 3rd Community Shield. Arsenal win the FA Cup, and we lost in the Carabao Cup final to Man City on pens. Need to get back to winning ways in the Champions League. We finish above Bayern Munich in the group stages into the round of 16, which is a given at this point. Round of 16, we beat Napoli. Quarterfinals, we beat Leipzig. We're into the final again, and we're versing the team that has beaten us in a final before, Bayern Munich, which we win. It is another Champions League title. That's our 5th Champions League. We would have to be the most winning, who's won the most Champions League titles of a manager? Well, it's officially us. We were tied with Carlo Ancelotti with 4 Champions League titles, but now we've won our 5th. We have won the most Champions League titles in footballing history. Højlund, 36-4. Vinicius down to a 93, but he might be nominated for another Ballon d'Or. Diallo, though, up to a 90, 22-8. He's starting ahead of Garnacho nowadays. God, I've got a tough call, man. Gula, 92. This team's just crazy, man. Just crazy. But the thing I need to check the most, did Liverpool get promoted? EFL Championship. Liverpool, they got automatically promoted. God, I kind of hope they get relegated again next year. 11 seasons in. We've won the most Champions Leagues in history. We're in the conversation now for the greatest managers of all time. Let's keep it moving with United. And well, the next generation's about to come in between the sticks. Diogo Costa wants out of the club. We're going to look at options for him, and I think it's time. Kylian Frank, you're going to be the new shot stopper. We've also got Garnacho, who wants to leave on a loan spell. He's clearly upset with Diallo getting more game time. Middlesbrough, of all clubs, coming in for him, but I want to keep Garnacho as the number 1. I'm enjoying the competition, to be totally honest. They don't have potential to grow up on. They're both in their early 30s, so as long as we keep winning, I'm okay with them rotating. Diogo Costa has been getting the job done for us for the best part of a decade, but now with 3 or 4 seasons remaining, it's time for the next generation. It's time for the Kylian Frank era. And dependent on how they go growth-wise, it also could be the final season of players like Vinicius, Alphonso Davies, Reece James at the club. I'm determined though. Let's take them out with more silverware and help on our path towards overtaking Sir Alex. Despite our players being on the decline in many positions, we're going to end this era with another Premier League title. Come on, lads. This is automatic at this point. 5 losses, but 18 points clear of Man City again. Did Liverpool? Damn it, Liverpool came mid-table. All right, that meme's kind of dead and buried now, but West Ham got relegated. But that is our 9th Premier League title now with Man United. Unfortunately, we lost the Community Shield at the start of the season, but once again, the same way I expect to win Premier League titles, I expect to lose Community Shields. Back to winning ways in the FA Cup. That's our 4th, meaning we are just 1 away from Sir Alex. And we're now 2 better than Sir Alex in the Carabao Cup, our 6th Carabao Cup. We also add another Super Cup to the cabinet. We beat Club Brugge. Top of the group once again. Death taxes us topping our group in the Champions League. I don't think we've missed out on qualification in the next round at all in this video, but round of 16, we lost to Brøndby. We lost to Brøndby in the round of 16 of the Champions League. That is our worst Champions League campaign in almost a decade. Højlund starting to regress in overall, but still getting it done. And that is, oh my God, Vinicius. That's the thing I got to figure out next year. Vinicius has gone down 2 overall here. He's 34 years of age, but he still gets 46 goal contributions. Do I look to get somebody else in, or should I run it back for 1 more season with Vinicius? We're definitely going to go looking for a new defensive midfielder next year, though. Ugarte down to an 89, which is still great in the grand scheme of things, but I want everybody in the squad to be 90 rated, at least in the starting 11 where I can. We are going to be saying goodbye, though, to Palestri, the Uruguayan winger. He's not retiring, but I'm not going to renew his contract either. One of our first signings when we took over here at Old Trafford. He's seen it all, but it is now time for us to move on from Manuel Ugarte. He's heading to AC Milan to finish his career. And we've signed the defensive midfielder who I think is going to be our man to partner up with Manu for the remainder of this challenge. Joshua Collin, the Frenchman, joining us here from Real Madrid. We activate his £85 million release clause, and I'm hoping he can fill the shoes. It's a slight decrease on Ugarte, but I'm hoping long-term in the next 3 years, it's going to be the right call. And it's also time for us to sell Reece James to AC Milan. They're collecting all of our scraps. Similarly to when we put Haito in after we lost Tomori, I'm also keeping the faith here with Morgan Haynes. He's done his apprenticeship, 84 overall. It's a decrease, but it's a long-term move for the next generation. So it's a slightly different looking side than the past few years. I'm actually putting Machado in here to the starting 11, Colin coming in, of course, Frank. So I'm hoping we're not going to take a step back on the field. We've still got some superstars, but we're slowly transitioning as we enter the final few years here as Manchester United boss. And something I've just noticed as well, Alphonso Davies retiring at the end of the season. He's been so good for us. Let's send him out with some more trophies. 16 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. I might start not even showing the Premier League at this point, but that is our 10th Premier League title. It's crazy. This would have to be the biggest winning streak in a row in Premier League history. And Spurs got relegated this time. Why are these big teams getting relegated? I love it though. We do add another Community Shield title to our cabinet, finally getting the wood over City. Our 4th Community Shield overall. Aston Villa beat us in the FA Cup. If we won that, that would have completed the FA Cup section of this challenge. Chelsea win the Carabao Cup. I mean, we've already got that ticked off, but it would have been nice to win another. Aston Villa beat us in that tournament too. Looking to shake off last year's terrible quarter. It was a round of 16 exit to Brøndby, so we topped the group, but are we going to get past the round of 16? Yes, we are. We take down Rangers. Quarterfinal, we beat Napoli. Semi-finals, we beat RB Salzburg. Fair play to them. But that means we've got PSG again here. We've already beaten them in the Champions League final, but PSG beat us this year. Oh my God. I would have loved to get our 6th. Rasmus Højlund goes down 2 overall, but again, he's still getting it done. We might have to think about in the next year or two getting a new replacement on Højlund, or I could honestly, we've only got a few years left. I might just let him run. We're definitely going to need a new left winger next year, though. Vinicius is dropping dramatically. Gula ended up winning back the starting attacking midfield role and made it his own. Garnacho with a quality season here. Diallo dropping rapidly. Manu, great year. It's a good year for the lads. Colin up to an 88, which is really nice to see, though. But as expected, we're going to have to go in for a new left back next year. Alphonso Davies and Serginho Dest both retiring. But with 2 years remaining in our career, we have 32 trophies. Sir Alex got 38 at Manchester United. We are 6 trophies away from tying Sir Alex Ferguson. If we do a treble every year, we're going to tie him. Following the retirement of Alphonso Davies, we had to get into the market real quick here, lads, and get ourselves a new star left back. We've found that the benefit of being Man United, we can go in and poach the world's best young talents. Olivier Pelletier, the French left back, already 88 rated. He gets his big money move from Stade Rennais to Manchester United. He's got massive shoes to fill though, because Fonzie was an absolute god for us. And it's time, fellas, we need to get ourselves an upgrade on Vinicius Jr., the new generation, as we try to finish off the 2 years to get 6 more trophies. And we've signed none other than Heung-min Son's regen. It is Cho. He's 88 rated. He's a South Korean left winger, and we've signed him here from Crystal Palace. Young-soo Cho joining us for £102 million. Winning another Community Shield is going to be a good step into hopefully getting Sir Alex's record. We're here at Wembley Stadium against Aston Villa, and we get it done. Garnacho's going to win it for us. Gula in the 4th minute. We take down Aston Villa, and that is trophy number 33 at Manchester United. The lads are ready for a massive year though here, fellas. This video has been so much fun because we got to just build so many new generations of teams. I kind of love it. 2 losses. The draws make it look so much better than, like, so much worse of a season than it was. I mean, still 2 losses though. Oh, we've got 1 year left to try going invincible in the Premier League, but we add another to the trophy cabinet here, and we're just trying to set ourselves up this year for next year to have as little work to do as possible to try winning this challenge. 34 trophies down, 4 to go. We won the FA Cup. That's already the treble if you're going to let us count the Community Shield. We win our 5th FA Cup. If we win the Carabao Cup and the Champions League, we're going to have 1 to win next year. Carabao Cup. Liverpool win. Where do we go? Damn it, we weren't even close. Death, taxes, and us making it to the round of 16. Can we win our 4th trophy of the year? We beat Real Madrid in the round of 16. That is massive. Quarterfinals, we destroy Celta Vigo. So far, so good. We are heading back to another Champions League final, and again, it is against Bayern Munich. Are we going to win our 6th Champions League title? Yes, we do! Our 6th Champions League. Oh, next year, it's going to be a grandstand finish. And I'm going to give Rasmus Højlund the starting striker role for the final year. He has been an absolute god for us in this video. Probably the best striker in world football history. And if anybody's going to help us get over the line, it's going to be Højlund. Our backline's almost back to being like as good as it was at the peak of our powers, if not even better. I am expecting an unbelievable final season. Bring it on. And with 2 trophies to win, to tie Sir Alex's record, we need 1 final push here. We are getting Mo Salah's regen. Ayman Abdullah, the Egyptian right winger, 90 overall. He's going to be an upgrade on Garnacho / Diallo. He's going to be our final signing as Manchester United boss, but I'm hoping he's going to be one of the most important. It's been an incredible journey, fellas. It's our final season. Can we break Sir Alex's record of 38 trophies at Manchester United? The moment of truth, fellas. We've won 36 trophies. 2 trophies this year will tie Sir Alex's United record. 3 will see us the greatest Man United manager of all time. We've won the Premier League. Come on, again, 3 losses, 97 points. We finished 20 ahead of Liverpool, and that is our 37th trophy. We've tied them, fellas. 38 trophies. The Community Shield here at Manchester United, 3-0 over Arsenal. We are the greatest manager in Manchester United history. That's number 39. Make it 40. We've done the quad. 35. What is going on? We've won 5 this year. That's 41 trophies. Can we make it 6? Yes. 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 No! Oh my god! We've missed out. Oh, Bayern Munich beat us in the Champions League final, but we win 5 trophies this year and 41 in our entire career. And ladies and gentlemen, that makes us the most successful manager in Manchester United history. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.